The mainstream media is starting to talk more and more about gold, and they're casting it in a positive light. But when it comes to silver, that's another story. Let's get into it. Buy your gold and silver online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold or silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new. Thank you so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it. If you want to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so first things first, let's take a look at the price of gold. It continues to charge higher and higher. We are once again at a new all-time high today. It's up $10 on the day, and it's sitting at $2,637. So while gold is up, silver is actually moving lower today. Silver down about 50 cents. It's currently sitting at $30.81. So it's still well above that $30 level, but it's kind of bouncing around. And just look at the year chart for silver. Lots of volatility, lots of ups and downs. But then when we look at gold, gold seems as though it just wants to move higher. Now we're going to take a look at some news clips. This is the mainstream media and their thoughts on gold right now.
Where do you see this demand momentum taking gold, given that gold miners are also rallying away, because you are seeing that demand supply mismatch?
The sky's the limit, to be honest, in gold prices. I mean, we do expect to see further record highs. We could certainly see 2,900 in the not too distant future. And as I said, I think the missing link has been that ETF demand, which has been a little bit soft, certainly in the first part of the year. But that I suppose in unison with that monetary easing sort of policy, which in the past has resulted in, on average, about a 6% gain across that rate cut cycle. So I do think that we could certainly see ongoing sort of record highs being hit for this market.
Gold. I know you kind of like it as part of somebody's portfolio, but how do you buy it? You buy gold bullion? Do you buy gold mining shares? What do you do?
Well, the most efficient way for the vast majority of retail investors is to simply buy the exchange-traded funds. They're very correlated to the price of gold, and they're not that expensive. And look, you don't want to go over your skis in terms of buying gold, like you don't want to go over your skis with any kind of investment. But if the dollar is weakening, it's a dollar-denominated asset. If rates are going down, it doesn't have to compete with bonds, since gold doesn't pay a dividends. And if you're looking at the uncertainty in the world, whether it's our domestic election or whether it's what's transpiring in the Mideast, you want to hedge for that. So look, it's up 27%. It doesn't grow to the sky, but you could see another 3, 5, 7% come out of the price of gold between now and mid next year.
Wait a minute, 3, 5, 7% come out of the price of gold? Or
Let me rephrase that. You could see an additional appreciation anywhere from 3 to 7%.
And what is it? It's GLD, isn't it? Is that the ETF?
Correct.
GLD.
Correct.
That's the one. So $3,000 is not that far away?
No, you're at 2,700. Excuse me, you're at 2,650. You can get to 27. You can get to 3,000 by June or thereabouts of 2025.
Not good enough for me. I want a much bigger gain than that. Microsoft, NVIDIA, that's what I want.
That's why you need a hedge, 5 to 10% of your portfolio, diversification.
I shall take your advice.
Phil, I got to move over to gold, because I'm looking at gold futures up over 25% this year. It has been a great year to be holding gold, but I also look at that number and I wonder, can gold really go that much higher from the record high we're looking at right now? How are you evaluating that?
Oh, I really believe so. I think a year-end price target for us is $2,750, and about a 12 to 15-month price target is $3,000. And it's always been that pace of the interest rate cuts that happen. You don't want to see a big interest rate cut if you are a gold investor, because of the fact that it gets you closer to that terminal rate faster. You want to see a long, drawn-out process. You want to see a very long journey to get down to that level.
So there you go. Overall, they're very positive on gold. I mean, basically all of the news channels are talking about gold, thinking it's going to go higher. Now, I did notice it was interesting. They don't really recommend buying physical gold. It's always an ETF or some paper product, right? And on this channel, we know if you can't hold it, you don't own it. The best way to invest in gold is to buy gold bars, gold coins, stuff like that. And if you want to invest in silver, you do the same thing. You buy silver coins, silver bars, constitutional silver. This stuff you can hold in your hand, and if the whole system comes crashing down, your wealth is going to be protected. So they're casting gold in a very positive light, saying it's going to go higher. You know, we heard $2,700, $2,900, $3,000 gold on the horizon. But when it comes to silver, most of the mainstream media is not talking about it. Although that guy over on Yahoo Finance did talk about silver, and it's really interesting what he had to say.
Phil, we're talking gold. What about silver? What do you see there?
Silver had a nice recovery with the copper market. That they are really strongly correlated at the moment. 3250 is your key level of resistance. We did break out over that 3054 level, and it kind of puts us in a bit of no man's land. I know some of the coin dealers that I talk to, they expect prices to come back down to about $29, $28. So I would be a little bit more patient from here. I mean, can silver really rally without a strong Chinese economy, because they are one of the largest consumers there? I think that, you need to see them back in the action in order to really get things going. It has been a nice recovery on copper, with copper stocks being drawn down. Again, the correlation between silvers there, but again, without a Chinese recovery, you're going to see silver prices limited in nature.
So there you go. Once again, they're casting gold in this positive light, but when it comes to silver, they don't believe in silver. There's no confidence in silver. They are looking at it as some sort of an industrial metal, and basically, if industry is not using up silver, they don't think the price is going to go higher. But what they're not talking about is that silver has actually outperformed gold this year. Take a look at this article. It talks about gold and how well gold is doing, and here's that number we heard, 27%. That's what gold is up from the beginning of the year until now. But take a look at silver. You can see right here, even with silver price going down today and gold price going up today, silver is up nearly 29% since the beginning of the year. So silver is outperforming gold. Gold, sure, it's at all-time highs. It continues to move up. That's the big story. That's what everyone wants to talk about. But they're not talking about silver and how it's actually outperforming gold so far this year. Now, when it comes to investing in anything, you should definitely look at diversifying your portfolio. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket, and the same is true with precious metals. Don't buy all gold, don't buy all silver, have a combination of the two. Now, me personally, I'm a big believer in silver, and I actually like silver more than gold right now, simply because gold is at an all-time high. Silver is about 60% of its all-time high. So I think, looking at where the metals have been in the past, silver still has a lot more room to go. And yes, silver is more volatile than gold, but that's a good thing when they're both moving up. If they're both moving up, silver tends to move faster than gold, and obviously this year it has moved up more than gold on a percentage basis. But you know what? Here's the thing. If you want to buy silver, if you want to invest in silver right now, it's actually a good thing that the mainstream media is not talking about it. You want to buy silver before everyone is talking about it. You want to get in before the mania phase, before it starts going crazy, before silver is at its all-time high and surging higher like gold is doing right now. So I'm kind of curious what all of you think about this. Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.